stress. Does it have an impact on performance? Our topic for today on communication timely tips. Our businesses all have cyclical amounts of stress when we have more flow into our offices and less flow. We are usually really well prepared for that. We either increase staff or really rally around it. But there's other kinds of stress as well. Those times when there's staff turnover, or maybe someone's out sick, or someone brings troubles from home into the office and is not quite so successful at leaving it at the door. Let's get some insight on what that actually does to our performance. So here's the thing. We all know that we need a certain amount of stress in order to perform well. But if we tip that stress too far, the performance falls off. The model that shows this is known as the Yerkes-Dodson law, or the inverted U curve. I want to show that to you so you can see what it looks like. See that box in there? It shows where the optimal performance is gained. It's when the pressure or the stress is neither too low nor too high. So the thing is, how do we find that ideal stress zone? Because we don't want boredom to set in, yet we don't want to burn them out either. Here's the thing. Stress in that U curve can actually shift. I want to show you how it can shift. When we master skills, it means they become easier to us. They're not as complex to us. We actually shift that entire U curve to the right, meaning we can handle more stress before the performance falls off. Conversely, if we have not mastered a skill, meaning it's hard for us, we haven't learned a habit and really locked it in, that curve is actually shifting to the left, meaning it doesn't take much stress before we get knocked off our game. So we have to watch out for that as well. Here is a picture of that. The standard U curve, the shifting of it to the left and to the right. This is why with Communicate Excellence, we use coaching skills and drills and skills because we want to lock it in. Think of Michael Jordan. He was well known for being at practice before everyone else and staying until after everyone left. He wanted to make sure he mastered those shots so that when the pressure was high, he's like, give me the ball. I can make that shot. We want to take our team members to that same level of performance. But it's not going to happen with maybe reading a script or reading through a form once before going live with a client, a customer, or a potential patient. No, keep practicing. As the stress gets too high, for whatever reason, we will have that person going into survival mode. Let's talk about what actually happens in survival mode. Performance falls off, but it depends on where we start. Our practice makes sure that the mastery of skills provides a wider margin so that if there is a degradation of skills, it doesn't fall as far. Let me illustrate it in this way. Look at these rings and circles. At the middle are bare bone, basic, get it done skills. Hi, bye, whatever. See you later. As we get more mastery of skills and improved habits, we may improve to things of common courtesy. Yes, thank you. Oh, you're welcome. May I do this? But what we are going for is fully engaged, proficient, and positive habits. That way, even if there is a slight slippage, we may slip back to level 2. And it's still very polite, especially when considered to others who have not practiced. So train to that mastery and be aware of what stress does to your performance. So be on the lookout. What are KPIs, key performance indicators? Some questions to ask of, have we hit the downward curve of that inverted U curve? Think about these things and watch out for them. Are you getting more calls going longer than 10 minutes? Has there been a surge in those? Ooh. Are more calls starting with an immediate hold? You know what that is. It means your front desk person has somebody standing in front of them. They're on the phone and the phone rings again and they've got to do something with it. And they pick up the call and immediately put them on hold. Is that happening more often? What about, are more callers frustrated? Is your office manager or you getting things passed to you more often? Or you're getting this sense of frustration and energy within your office? Finally, are you hearing a drop in the politeness of the calls? All these things may be indicating that the stress is getting too high and the performance is falling off. You need to decide, how are we going to resolve this? So keep in mind, stress does have an impact on performance, but you can minimize it with mastery of skills. So until next time, I'm Amy Demas, and I want you to go communicate excellence.